guys, and welcome back to Women, Wine and Wisdom. I'm Naomi.
I'm Jimmy.
And today we're going to be talking about thirst trapping in relationships.
I was about to ask what we're talking about again.
So, is thirst trapping a problem in relationship? Whilst you're in a relationship, whilst you're married? Should people thirst trap? Shouldn't people thirst trap? Is there an issue with it? Is there not an issue with it? Let's explore.
Exactly. We put it on Instagram the other day as well. We got some really good responses, so we're going to be sharing some of that with you guys. I've got a little game for Naomi, but she don't know it yet. So it's going to be 21 examples of micro cheating, and then you've got to say if you agree or disagree.
Oh my gosh.
But before we do that, I'm going to give you some wine.
Let's get some wine, because I'm going to need it. I'm going to need it.
But yeah, thirst trapping. Initially, I feel like, because you ain't gonna hear me. Yeah. Initially, I feel like thirst trapping is such an interesting one because thirst traps are different to different people.
Yeah,
that's the first thing. Merlot for you, my love.
Thank you, my darling. I don't know if it's just you or just you. I don't know if it's just me, but have you got a cold?
It's just you.
Okay,
I'll be staying on the other side of the couch.
It's just me then. I feel like now everyone's come down with something.
Yeah,
everyone's got something. So I might sound a bit nasally, just FYI. But
you sound fine, you know.
Oh, do I? Okay, perfect.
Cheers, my love.
Cheers, clink, clink.
Guys, I hope you like our light.
Oh, that's nice and easy.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Let's go.
Well, if my Face ID decides to work. Okay, so 21 examples of micro cheating, yes or no?
Okay.
Secretly messaging someone.
Oh, micro cheating.
Okay. Meeting someone without your partner knowing.
Micro cheating.
Woo! Complaining about your partner to another person.
Actually, can I just go back on the other one?
Okay.
Yes and no, because it depends. If I'm meeting someone for a quick drink after work, like let's say it's a colleague and we're just quickly going for a drink, I might have not told my partner.
Yeah.
But
not cheating.
It's not cheating.
That's why I made that noise.
Yeah. But it's like if it's more like discreet where I've planned to meet up with somebody and my partner's asked me, oh, wait, what are you doing today? And I'm like, oh, nothing. And then I've gone out of my way to meet up with somebody. Then that's micro cheating.
Because you're lying.
Yeah, exactly.
Why lying? Where you gotta hide?
Where you gotta hide?
Complaining about your partner to another person.
Not micro cheating.
Okay. Twofold to this one. Why yes and why no? Or why no, sorry.
Well, firstly, it depends on the sex.
That's what I was about to say, yeah.
If I'm talking to my friends, then I don't feel like that's a problem. But I think if I'm going to another male and confiding in him and being like, oh my gosh, then that will probably be an issue. Because that person could then try and swoop in and then use that against you, like try to use that
against you. And I also feel like, again, women rely on men quite a lot. So when you see another guy as like a little savior.
Yeah.
Saying things like, if I weren't in a relationship.
Ooh.
I feel like, I don't like that. Ooh. If I went in a relationship, I'd definitely chat to you. Yeah.
Ooh.
Is it? If I went in a relationship, I'd definitely take you on holiday. If I went in a relationship, I'd definitely...
Interesting.
What's your answer?
See, I don't think... Yeah, no, it is micro cheating.
Slightly. I thought, obviously, there's caveats to all of this.
Yeah, because for example, like, okay, so speaking hypothetically, I might turn around and be like, oh, I would want to go Miami with my friends if I wasn't in a relationship. I'm not saying that you can't go Miami if you're in a relationship.
I'd still go Miami anyway.
But most people will also would I was there last year. It's not a problem. But what I'm saying is, I'm talking about more if you wanted to do like a girls trip, if you wanted to do a girls holiday and feel like, nobody's, I don't know. Wait, I need to think about this.
I feel like it depends because, for example, like if I went in a relationship, we would still go to Miami, regardless if he was or wasn't.
It's not so much that it's not the Miami.
I know what you mean,
but I'm just talking more like, there might be certain things that you might be like, oh, I wanted to maybe get up on stage and twerk, like. You might turn around and be like, I wouldn't do that because I'm in a relationship, so I want to be respectful to my relationship. But if I wasn't in a relationship, I would do it.
Yeah.
So that's more of what I'm getting at. Not so much the traveling. I travel with my girls still in a relationship, so that's not a problem. It's just more some of the acts that you would do. Because there's limits to what you would do when you're in a relationship and when you're out of a relationship.
Is there? That's what we're coming to in our first trap conversation.
Oh,
but yeah, no, you're right. I agree. I do feel like, for example, let's say twerking on the table is something you would probably not do so much if you're in a relationship. If you want to stay in that relationship. If not, well, you know.
Because I think there's always going to be conditions, isn't it? And so there's always going to
100%.
be levels of just trying to respect your partner and respect yourself whilst you're in a relationship. But I mean, yeah, we'll definitely delve more because Cardi B might not agree with this point. But
Cardi
yeah.
B's lit. We can talk about her in a minute, but yeah, maintaining contact with your exes.
Maintaining contact with your exes.
Yeah.
That is a red flag. That is micro cheating. Bye bye. Bye bye to
What if they got kids?
Huh?
Where they got kids?
Okay, that's different.
Yeah, because it's by force.
But yeah, I think generally speaking, if they didn't have kids, then yes, I think keeping in contact with your ex is definitely a red flag.
Yeah.
And definitely a means of micro cheating, because you're just opening a potential.
What's the point?
What is the point? Why are you keeping them there if it's not to get back together? So you're just opening. And in one of our previous dilemmas, somebody mentioned that.
Oh,
that they went back to their ex.
Yeah,
so, you know.
That is true. Creating a dating profile. You're single.
You're definitely single.
You're single.
You're not coming to embarrass me. You're definitely single.
You're single, yeah. Trying to impress someone you have a crush on.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, 100%.
Micro cheating.
Telling somebody you're single. That's cheating. You're single. You can
Why
be single.
That's not even, please, without a shadow of a doubt.
Sending photos of yourself to someone.
In what context? Because now it's like, if I'm sending pictures to, like, in a group chat because we've all taken pictures and...
Oh, yeah, no, not that kind of picture. Like, I mean, sending photos of yourself, you know, them
like a sexy picture.
Like a first trappy photo.
Oh, yeah, no, for sure micro cheating, because you want that person to lust after you and be like,
Intent. Having secret friendships.
Yeah, micro cheating. Why do you need to hide that?
Wait. I just saw the next one. I'm like, friendship. Having secret friendships. I don't even see the point.
There's nothing to hide.
Yeah, I don't even see the point. But discussing your intimate desires with someone who isn't your partner.
What?
What about discussing your intimate desires that you have with your partner and what it lacks with somebody else?
Oh no, that's red flags. I can't even lie.
Yeah.
That's red flags.
I agree.
Because that person's obviously just gonna be like, well, what if I... No, wait. In fact, do you know what song came to mind?
What song?
Joe.
I want to know.
Yeah. No, is it I Want to Know, or All the Things? All the things that your man won't do.
Oh my god, yeah.
Dirty stinking. Yeah.
Yeah, dirty stinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, if a man knows where your man lacks, then you're basically just feeding information to a man who isn't your man, so that man knows how to come and work his way into your relationship and just cause havoc.
That's what you asked for, apparently.
No.
Giving your number to a stranger. You're single.
You're absolutely single. For what reason? What's the need? And even with that, I mean, like, within reason, because it depends what you deem to be a stranger. Is somebody like a work colleague, would they be classed as a stranger? But then you need to contact about certain things to do with work. So like, if you're their manager, they might need to message you to let you know they're not coming in. Technically, they're a stranger.
No, that doesn't count. Because if you, like, outside of a working environment, you probably wouldn't chat to them. So strangers probably, like, let's say you meet someone in the street and they're like, oh my god, that's probably more a stranger. Do you know what I mean? But the thing is, I feel like that's caveated these days, because, for example, like, people don't really give their numbers out anymore. It's like, oh yeah, Instagram me. So if, for example, let's say you went out on a night out, some guy tries to talk to you and you're like, oh, I've got a man.
Yeah.
He's like, okay, can we be friends? And then can I have your Instagram? Because I feel like that's where things start.
Yeah.
But it can also it can actually be the start of a friendship. But really, are you looking for new friendships in a relationship?
And this is the thing, like, I don't agree with the idea of giving out numbers when you're in a relationship, for sure.
Yeah, no.
But I'm just trying to consider all options, because what if, like, for example, you've lost your phone and you're trying to get a hold of your partner or somebody's number that you know off by heart, and then you know, like, there's just ways in which you might have to give your number to somebody, but it's not intended with.
And this is where I feel like it's going to be interesting in the conversation for the first trapping thing, because all of it really is about intention.
Yeah.
Always commenting and liking one person's profile.
Oh, micro cheating for sure.
100% is micro cheating. What's the meaning of that?
Like, you're looking forward to that person posting.
Asking someone personal or inappropriate questions.
Not necessarily.
Again, it depends what they're asking, doesn't it?
It depends what they're asking, because there's some people that talk to me about their personal situations, but I don't see any intent behind it. I just feel like sometimes you just need someone to talk to.
Yeah,
and
I
that could
definitely have
be
people talk to me about their personal situations a
yeah,
lot of the time, to be fair.
yeah,
And I don't feel like there's any intent behind it, to be
no,
honest. But then again, I feel like, I don't know if that's as women, we
mm,
just see it one way, and then men are like, but we see it completely different, because why don't he call his boys?
mm.
Because it's like, he shouldn't, like, some of these situations they're in, they shouldn't really lean on a woman for that.
No, but do you know what it is? Like, to be fair, I don't really talk to most of my guy friends about their relationships, but like someone at work, for example, they might just be talking about, just normal work chat. They're talking about, oh, what girl they're talking to, or this, that, and the other. And so a lot of times, like, there's one person in particular who will always bring up his relationship status and what he's going through in his dating life.
Yeah.
And it might, because I also do believe that a lot of people at work don't always have a community outside of work.
They don't. A lot
So
of people don't.
they bring a lot of their personal drama to the workplace.
Yeah.
So in that respect, then yeah, it's like if they're talking about their stuff, I'm just like, oh, interesting. But
So good to hear. Sorry.
yeah.
And then the last one, turning to somebody else for your emotional needs when your relationship is rocky.
Yeah, that's micro cheating for sure. I just don't feel like you should confide in.
I feel like it's tough.
It is
I feel
so
like if you've
tough
got male friends, for example, that you've had for years, like you actually have male friends that you've had for
Mm.
years. I actually have male friends that I can speak to, but I tend not to speak so much about my relationship,
Yeah.
per se.
Yeah.
And if I'm going to do that, I'll probably speak to my mum or my female friends.
Yeah.
Or him.
But yeah, well, this is it. So I feel like there's other, because to be honest, I don't feel like anyone can fix your relationship other than the two people that are in it. There is wisdom that can definitely be pulled from other
Or a
people.
therapist. Maybe they can help you.
Yeah.
Sometimes people need fixing.
No. I hear that. But even so, I don't know that a therapist will actually tell you what to do. I think for the most part, they'll just help you understand your situation or be a middle person.
Yeah.
But it's still, the work is still you and your partner, isn't it?
100%.
Yeah.
It is still you. Yeah. The whole concept is you and your partner. And the thing is, you're right. They don't actually tell you what to do.
No.
They give you tools that you have to work on to do. Yeah.
Exactly.
Because
yeah. And that's the thing. So at the end of the day, it still requires the work from the two people that are in it.
That relationship.
Yes.
Yeah. You gotta want to be there.
You gotta want to be there.
All right. So rolling into the
that was fun.
Micro cheating, thirst trapping. What is your opinion on? I feel like, okay, I have a thing when people just be like marriage. Because I feel like if you're in a committed relationship, you're good enough as married to be.
Yeah.
To me, anyway.
For sure.
So, should you? Will you?
Hey.
Do we?
Hey.
Or thirst trap in a way? Because I feel like thirst trapping sometimes is not just the bikini. It's not just the sexy pictures.
No, and that's the thing. I think when it comes to it, I think thirst trapping is a lot to do with seeking validation externally.
100%.
And so I think that's what it really comes down to. And some people go maybe the extreme, and some people it's subtle things. Like you can be covered up, but you are waiting to see those likes. You want to know that people have liked it or are saying, "Oh my gosh, you look beautiful, you look stunning."
There's some buff girl that I see every time. She comes up on my TikTok all the time. She doesn't dress in any way like this. I would say that's like provocative in any way. But it's the eye contact with the camera. It's the way she moves her head. Like, I'm like, you're buff, but this is definitely a first trap.
Well, this is the thing, because it could just be all in the face. You don't even need to have the body in the picture, but the way she's looking at the camera, maybe she's squinting some kind of way.
Yeah, you know them ones. It's the music, it's the vibe. Like, I'm like, the intent is to draw people in.
Yeah, for sure. But what do you think about thirst trapping? How do you?
I see it in so many different ways. Because I feel like, it's the intention behind it. Because sometimes you might post a picture and it might just be nice, whatever, etc., and you might get a little attention from it.
Yeah.
I feel like every human being requires external validation to a certain extent. So yes.
Yeah.
At the same time, I feel like there should be boundaries to what you post, and there should be some changes to what you post when you become married, in a committed relationship, etc. I would definitely say there are certain things I probably would have posted before that I would think twice about posting now.
Yeah.
Or I'm like, what's the need for this? Essentially. However, on the contrary, I feel like it's good to keep your man and your partner on their toes. Like, let people know that you're buff. I feel like sometimes you're just feeding yourself, and it's a vibe. You look good. You want people to see that you look good.
Yeah.
That's also okay. Okay. They're like, I don't know. I don't know.
Do you know what it is? I hear what you're saying because I do feel like it's important. I don't know if I necessarily would say it's important to keep them on their tippy toes.
Tippy. What about tiptoes?
Maybe tiptoes,
Yeah.
not a tippy because I feel like it's important to look good. It's important to show up. It's important to look a certain way.
Yeah.
It's important for you. I think even for a man, they like to boast. They like to be like, yeah, that's my girl.
That's what I'm saying.
They like to be like, yeah, that's my girl. But I think there's a way to do it that's tasteful. For sure.
Tax. Yeah, having tax with 100%.
Exactly. So 100%. It's just being tasteful with it. It's like maybe showing a little toe rather than showing the whole leg.
Little toe, you know.
No, I'm joking.
Drop out the shoulder.
But it's just like making sure that it's very tasteful. And I think the bottom line is just making sure that both you and your partner are in agreement with
what it is that you're
posting.
So from the conversations that I posted on Instagram,
let's see what you lot was saying.
No, it was actually really interesting to see people's perspectives because I feel like people's comments were based on their personal experiences.
Wow, that's
it's based on their life experience. So I feel like if you've had a bad experience in a relationship where you've given up so much, you're like everyone's like do what you want, etc. I feel like no one should hold you back. Yeah. I feel like if you're in a real loving, committed relationship at that point, that's what you've experienced. You're like, no, I'm married. I don't need to do that, etc. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do feel like it's a little bit of both that I saw from the comments. But let me pull up some of the comments.
Sorry, guys. I'm actually sick.
Bless you.
Oh, I'm so nasally. Okay, go on.
So, all right. So let's have a look. So 17% of people said yes.
Okay.
As in, what's it called? Should you post thirst traps? Yeah. So 17% of people said yes. 48% said no. Okay. And 35% said, what's it called? What is a thirst trap? Define thirst trap. And I feel like that is really interesting. Because what is a thirst trap? And it could be so many different things. Because you going out dressed provocatively on the street is still a thirst trap in some way, right?
Yeah.
You going out with the girls looking sexy might not be a thirst trap, but you might still get attention.
Do you know what it is? I think that like when you hear the word thirst trap, I feel like there's a bit of a negative connotation around it. So I think a lot of people like think thirst trap and think video vixen, but like an extreme video vixen, like in like a bikini. Well, not even a bikini, but like in a thong, like boobs are hanging out, like just really like provocative.
Yeah.
Whereas the thirst trap can be you dressed in a really nice, beautiful gown with maybe a little thigh split.
A little thigh split.
And so it's about looking sexy and feeling yourself.
Yeah.
But it's just how far people take it.
The post. Yeah. So some of the opinions was like personal choice, I think. But personally, I wouldn't do all of that now that I'm married. And for me, from my perspective, this person's in a happy, committed relationship.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Another one was if I was posting bikini or gym pictures before, then it shouldn't be an issue after, as long as there is respect.
I hear that.
I hear it too.
I hear it.
And I also don't hear it at the same time. Yeah. So I hear it because I feel like it's true. Respect is paramount in a relationship, I think.
Yeah.
At the same time, I also think that when you become a mother, things change. When you go into work, things change. You don't behave how you behave outside of work in work.
This is it.
Because boundaries come up, right?
Yeah.
So when you're in a relationship, things change.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? So at the same time, I hear it. It's like, oh yeah, you met me like this. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I met you like this, but people change 100%. When they're in a committed relationship.
But then it's also like with and I know she still does post a lot of provocative stuff. That's how she makes her bag. But I feel like even Kim, now that her kids are getting older, you do see her cover up a little bit more. She still keeps it very sexy, but not as much as she was doing prior.
Back in the day. Yeah, because you're a mother.
Yeah.
That's the thing. And when you and this is the thing again about societal expectations, because obviously when you become somebody's wife, they expect you to be in this box, right?
Modest.
Yeah. As in, don't get me wrong, I think it's important to be modest, but you should still be sexy.
Yeah,
because again,
that's how he met you. He wants you to. Well, this is it. He wants you to maintain how he first saw you.
Yeah,
he wants you to still look sexy. He still wants you to know how to carry yourself. It's important.
It is. I don't believe you should have to change anything. Do what you want, and that's that. No one else should have an opinion on what someone else does or doesn't do on social media.
Are they single?
No, they just bought a house with their partner. But again, I feel like as well with this whole thirst trap thing, dependent on race as well. That's another thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, so I got a range of different views from a range of different people, and I thought it was really interesting. But certain races are more like, live your life. Like, do you know what I mean? Dress the way you want to dress. Enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
But the thing is, naturally, I feel like when you become a mother, for example, because your body's changed, you slightly change.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like before that,
you feel a bit more conscious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? Whereas before that, I'm like, it's like, well, you know?
Yeah.
So I don't know. Another one is people should do whatever the F they want, as long as no one's harmed in the process. But the thing is, you're harming your relationship. Potentially. Some men don't mind.
Yeah.
Some men do.
Yeah.
My man would definitely mind.
Yeah. Well, I know.
He would definitely mind. He'd be like, but why?
Right. Yeah.
But why? He's like, because what is the intention? What is the purpose?
What is the intent?
And he'd be like, you didn't do it before, so why would you want to start doing it now?
Exactly, yeah.
But saying that though, I've been in a situation before where I've posted something on Instagram. I remember because I was on holiday in Nigeria, and it was a vibe. I was drinking, I was vibing, the tequila was tequila.
Having a good old time.
I was having a good old time, and I was just dancing away. Listen, I was busting a little wine with my heels, you know. And my cousin recorded it. I was like, this is such a cute video. Anyway, I posted it. And I remember I didn't even think it was a thirst trap or anything. I was just like, this video looks good. I like the video.
Yeah.
It's everyone's on a vibe.
Yeah.
I was even with my family and their partners. You know what I mean? So I was dancing by myself. I had a man at this point. And I remember like loads of messages coming in. And I remember one in particular, and one of them messages, and it's funny because he's like a friend. He was like, your man is actually enjoying, you know. He's like, who knew? I was like, you cheeky little shit.
You cheeky little shit.
Cheeky little shit. Can you believe it? But then when I look back now at the video, I'm like, I probably wouldn't post that video. Do you see what I mean? Okay, and at the time, I didn't. And even someone else said something about that video as well. I can't remember now. What was it? But I can't remember. Yeah, my friend was like, all that waste wasn't needed. And you know what happened to me as well? Actually, that same day, when I was leaving the club that day, someone actually came up to me. He's like, "You got Meg knees." On God.
No.
On God. And I'm laughing, because I'm like, it wasn't even a first trap. Because I was out with my family, I was dancing, I was having a good time. It was old school music. It was a vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It nothing
That's
to do with
the
it.
thing. I think, and this is the thing about social media. I think it's open to so much perception. Like people's perception of seeing that video is probably that you're just out with your girls and you're just trying to pull a guy. When it was the complete opposite.
And the thing is, if you know me as well, I'm not even talking to anybody. I'm literally dancing by myself, having a vibe, because that is just the person I am.
Yeah.
That's the thing. So it's like, define thirst trap. Yeah. Because somebody would be like, yeah, she's thirst trapping, da-da-da. No. I have a man. I'm dancing by myself. It's me whining by myself with no one.
That's the one thing I would actually say. Like, Jimmy, if there's no camera rolling well, I mean, she'll probably do it in front of a camera now as well, but she loves to dance. She will always be doing one little...
Just for no reason. But for me, I'm like, it's not a thirst trap. It's just me dancing, which pretty much anyone that knows me behind the scenes knows that.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. The thirst trap thing is an interesting one. And then another one which I think was really interesting was, it's all about intent, which is what I was going back to what you said earlier. Thirst trap is to gain attention or desire. There shouldn't really be any of that in a relationship. My counter to that was, most people are only in relationships because of comfortability, settling. So I feel like we thirst trap, and I say we, but we thirst trap because people settled. So they're still thinking something else out there is better.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? They're still thinking, if I had this opportunity. People don't want to be alone. People don't want to be single. Well, I don't know why.
It's like throwing out a fishing rod.
Basically, exactly that.
And just seeing if anything bites.
See what comes back. Yeah. Because the situation you're currently in is only serving you right now of comfortability. But if you had the choice to be somewhere else, you would. Somewhere better.
Wow.
People. That's what I think. I feel like first trap is an interesting one because it's like, and again, as humans, we all require external validation, but also, your partner can tell you look beautiful all the time. Your partner can tell you look sexy all the time. You look nice all the time. That's great. We love it.
Yeah.
But it's also nice when someone else tells you.
Oh dear.
Everyone wants to pretend, but it's true.
No, I mean, that's part of the reason why people post on Instagram. Like, they like and enjoy the likes. If they didn't care for external validation, you wouldn't post.
Literally.
Like, you wouldn't care what anyone says. You wouldn't care that you've had like 100 likes on a post. You wouldn't care if you had 500 likes on a particular post. But you go back being like, oh, this person liked my picture. This person liked my picture.
You know what it goes back to as well? It's like, you know when it's like, oh, you watch your story so many times because you're seeing who's like this, who's like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is that because
Why?
of?
Yeah. That's
What
the
is that
thing.
because of?
But that's the thing. It's quite interesting that Instagram started to take away the options of people seeing people's likes.
Yeah.
Because it kind of plays with the psychology of, would it matter if people didn't like any of your photos? If no one could like your photos, would you still post?
Well, I think, well, if no one could like them, I'm not sure people would post.
Yeah.
But now that we can't see the like count, I think people post more. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because now, so for example, I feel like Instagram can be a popularity contest, right?
Yeah.
So with the liking game, it's like, oh, I only got 50 likes and so got 100 likes, whatever, right? So I feel like now that you can hide the likes, for example, people post more. But if people couldn't like those pictures at all, would you still post? Probably not. Because Instagram's for interaction.
Exactly.
So what's the point? But what would actually be the point though?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. You tell me.
What would be the point, guys?
What would be the point?
What would be the point? Would you still post? Because to be fair, one of my friends said it's her visual diaries of her life. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Some people do have it like that. What do you think about the people that keep their pages private? I mean, I was that person once upon a time.
Yeah. I don't see the point of having Instagram and keeping your page private because listen, you have LinkedIn, so I see your shit anyway. Like the thing is, privacy is literally almost dead. So what is the point of a private Instagram? What do you have it there for? What is it like? What was the purpose? I mean, don't get me wrong, I've definitely had a private Instagram before, but for what?
That's the thing. It's like, if you're trying to control the narrative of people seeing your life,
don't have Instagram. Yeah,
it is actually quite pointless at that point.
It's completely pointless. It's like it's completely pointless. But I mean, I have TikTok and don't post nothing. So, but I love TikTok. So like, I'm gonna be there stalking, and I will still like your stuff. But the thing is, I know that I'm not private because you can literally, my name is the same as Instagram. So if you click that, you would see my Instagram. So I'm not hiding. It's just I have nothing to post on TikTok.
But mind you, some people, because thinking about one of my friends, I know her account is private. She's got a child.
Okay.
So she doesn't want people to see her child.
Then don't post your child. That's another thing. Can we talk about that actually? So like, I mean, I might be the same as a parent, yeah. But you post your child and then put a star over its face. I was like, just don't post the child. We know your child's growing up. You had one, a baby. We get it.
Yeah.
But putting the star over the baby's, I mean, I don't know if I'd be like putting the star, maybe the back of the baby's head, or, you know what I mean? I get it. I know you don't want to show their full face. I understand. But like, why post a picture with a star in his face? I don't really get it.
Yeah, all of that is just annoying. Just don't post your child.
Yeah, just don't post it.
Don't post your child.
I said it.
Don't post it.
Just don't post your baby. If you don't want people to see, don't post.
Yeah, it's annoying because you just, I don't know. It's
because
a weird...
What are you trying to show? What are you trying to show? That you have a child?
This is the thing. We know that you have a child. You can even put it in your bio if it's doing you that much.
Yeah, wife and kids, mother to, wife to.
Yeah.
Ones. Put it in your
keep
bio.
It like that.
We know.
And then just don't post your child ever. Because it's not like paparazzi's following you or whatever. Like, it's going to start snapping your child randomly.
Do you know what it is? I feel like
you are purposely putting your child out there, but you don't want your child to be seen.
Yeah, it's strange. I guess it's because obviously all the child pornography stuff as well. But again,
yeah, but then just don't post.
Yeah,
it's strange. Your child is 5 years old and you're still putting a star over its face. Stop. Why are you like this?
Because it drives me nuts.
It is.
I'm just finding it really strange.
Annoying. It's weird.
But I feel like, again, the whole idea of being private on Instagram makes no sense. Being private on in this era of social media, being private. But then we say this, but you can still post and be private. So, for example, Peak Mill. Have you ever seen Peak Mill, the influencer?
Her name rings a bell.
Yeah. You never know what's going on in that lady's life. She be posting. But
is this the one that came back after like a few years and she's Nigerian?
Yeah. You never know what's going on in her life. Do you know what I mean? Certain people post and you literally have no idea what is going on behind the scenes, what's going on in their life. So you can still be private. We all know you have kids and it's fine. Do you know what I mean? But when you're going through weight loss journey, when you're going through anything with your man, when you're going through anything with your children, nobody actually knows. So you can actually still be private and public at the same time. And she's a very good example of that.
Yeah, for sure. I agree. There's ways to do it. There's ways to kind of like manufacture that, because essentially social media will only know as much as you show them. So if you show them nonsense, people will know the nonsense. Like, you know, but yeah.
Would you say the way you post has changed since being in a relationship? And a committed one?
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think it's changed at all. I've never really posted much over the years. I still don't.
Facts as well. She ain't even lying.
I still don't. I struggle to post. I capture things in the moment. So I'm somebody who posts more on my story than I will in my actual grid.
Yeah.
And that's part of my way of trying to keep things quite private, I guess. I could probably do more and still keep it quite private, but yeah, for me it's just like I post in the moment, so I'm more of a stories kind of person.
Yeah,
I like to tell a little story for 24 hours.
Tune in. How's the way I feel slightly. I think slightly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you ask my man as well, he'll say it's slightly changed. I think it's just a little bit more. Because I'm a bit more, I don't really care. Like, I'll just do what I want, say what I want, kind of vibe anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm still like that. But I'm like, do I need unnecessary attention? Not really. Do you know what I mean? And also, I can't bother to reply to messages anyway. So, like, I'll be honest, it's long. Do you know what I mean? When you were, like, I felt like I was younger and I was single and I maybe posted more dancing stuff or more, like, things that, I thought were sexy because I don't know if they were sexy now, but, you know. But you get what I mean?
Yeah. But that's the thing. Do you feel like it's more to do with being in a relationship or age?
I think it's age.
Yeah.
As opposed to being in a relationship.
For sure.
I think it's more maturity.
For sure.
I would say. Because some of the pictures, I'm like, even when I look back, I'm like, oh, God, I posted that. Jesus. Like yesterday, I saw a picture of me when I had red hair. I was like, oh, yuck.
Girl.
Why?
We've all been there. We've all been there.
I'm like, why do I have red hair? So it's like, I think it's more maturity and more age.
Yeah.
But I do feel like if I was single, I may post more thirst traps.
It's very fair.
Because
it's very fair.
We have to be fishing.
Yeah. We need to be doing fishing rods and
don't get me wrong, I feel like it's important to enjoy your singleness, but it's also important to have companionship. And if we're aiming to be in a relationship, you need to put yourself out there to be in a relationship.
Yeah. There's an element of being out there that you can, I guess with social media, if you use it for the right things, you can probably get the most out of it.
Yeah.
And if you're single,
money,
business,
exactly.
Yeah. So, and sometimes it's outside, out of mind. If you're single and you're putting yourself out there, and it doesn't have to be extreme thirst traps, it could literally just be just an odd picture of you here and there, just, just getting out there. And, people just remember like, oh yeah, I remember this person. I remember they're still around. And
and maybe you can still dress modestly.
And you can dress modestly.
People be dressing modestly and still people be sliding in their DMs. Literally.
Slithering. Shaking.
Literally.
Bumping.
And the thing, I think will be interesting as well to speak to men about this, because I feel like when I was debating this yesterday, it was like, I'm not sliding into any girl's DM that has bikini pictures up 24/7 or has her butt 24/7, because why do I need to do that? Because he's like, I want a wife.
Yes.
If I wanted to, listen, I might do it for the interim period, but not for the long term. Another thing as well, for the gym girls, for example,
Look at my wine, it's nearly finished.
Me too, to be fair. What was I going to say? So, listen. Every day I'm fighting for my life to grow a fat yanch. Yeah. Every day I'm fighting for my life. You know my little cat. So, like, I'm not being funny, but if I was to ever build a fat butt, a fat gym butt, y'all gonna have to see it. Y'all gonna have to see it. And you know what? I'm even changing my name from Jummy to Khadija. You know why? Because I'm gonna be acting crazy with a K. Everyone's gonna need to see my butt. Do you know this? No, but do you know the hard work and dedication it grows to grow a fat yanch?
Yeah.
Everybody has to see it.
Literally. Everybody. You work hard for it.
And the thing is, you know what? I don't even feel like that's a thirst trap. No. Can you respect my hard work?
But it depends how you post it. Would you post it in like gym shorts or would you post it in a thong?
Gym shorts.
Okay.
Yeah, gym shorts. I would.
No, listen.
No, it's true.
Some people will be like, let me get up in there so you can see every muscle in the butt cheek.
Yeah. Oh my God, do you know who posted a picture of her butt the other day that was her butt was looking fat? What's her podcast? What's her podcast? Madam Joyce. Listen, she got a nice butt, you know.
Really?
Yeah. She got a nice butt. I mean, I personally wouldn't post a butt picture like that, but she has a nice butt.
Okay.
Yeah. The genetics were genetic and it missed me, but I'm fighting for my life at the gym.
Come on, you got this.
I don't know if I do. I feel like in a relationship, I feel like there's caveats to posting thirst traps, yes or no.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good to keep your partner on their toes. Doesn't necessarily mean you should post thirst traps, but it means there's way you should do things to keep them on their toes. I personally think. If thirst trapping's a way, do you, hun? If you're in a committed relationship, I think there's boundaries that should be put in place. I don't think you can say, "Oh yeah, because I did this before, I can do this now." No, things change. Yeah, when you go to work, things change. When you get married, things change. When you have kids, things change. So you need to be adaptable, and I think be adaptable to your partner and what they're comfortable with as well.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think?
Kicking over my mic. I agree with most of what you said, to be fair. I think for the most part, I think you need to ask yourself why you're doing a first trap in. If there's intentions behind it where you're trying to lure in other people, try and get attention from others, you need to question whether or not you're in the right relationship.
Yeah.
But I think if you're just doing it because you want to feel yourself and you love yourself and it's all within reason and something that your partner's comfortable with as well, then go
live your
for
life.
it. Yeah, go live your life.
Yeah. Let us know what you think, guys. Is thirst trapping okay if you're in a committed or relationship or married? As humans, do we actually all require external validation? Is it important to keep your man or your woman on their toes? And if so, what does that look like? Would you be like me and post your gym pic if it's hard work and dedication and discipline? Because I definitely would. It obviously in shorts, not a thong.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, dependent though. Sometimes I see people in like bikini pics and I'm like, and I don't think it's a thirst trap. So I posted, if you remember quickly, Chanel. Her body's incredible. Like the level of hard work to look like that, is
Wait,
insane.
which Chanel are we talking about?
I posted some. I can't remember her surname. It begins with D. She's dating Duke. She's engaged to Duke from.
Yes.
So I said, "Is this a thirst trap?" Like my opinion of that was, I don't think so. I don't think it's a thirst trap because her business is her body, and women aspire to look like her.
Well, that's the thing. That's another angle to look at it. If your business is your body, like for example, if you're a stripper,
well,
I'm sorry. If you get into a relationship with somebody, Cardi B and Offset, can you really be shocked when if your partner does things that you wouldn't expect them to do? Well, you can't just think just because you put a ring on it, they're going to stop. They're going to change completely.
Well, we saw how Cardi and Offset have ended. So,
well,
on that note,
yeah.
Like, comment, subscribe, let us know your thoughts, and we look forward to speaking to you guys soon.
See ya.